Hi everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and we are doing another Chuck After Dark video review. Today we are looking at from the Transformers Age of Extinction line, Flip and Change Drift. The Flip and Change line is the next price point up roughly after Power Battlers and the simplified line of figures from the Age of Extinction, which I guess the subline is called Robots in Disguise, even though, to be honest, I don't see it anywhere on the packaging. Drift is a Bugatti sports car, and even in this simplified mode, still has the Bugatti decals and insignias, and Bugatti is mentioned on the back of the packaging. This is quite a hefty car and has some real size. I mean, it's bigger than my hand, but it rolls quite nicely and really looks nice. I'll be honest with you, I'm a sucker for this shade of blue, and I kind of dig the look of the car, so I had to pick it up from Hasbro Toy Shop, where it's in stock for roughly $20 plus shipping. Again, do not pay the Amazon price right now. Scalpers who aren't cool are marking these things up to close to $38, $40. With that said, the gimmick to the flip and change line is basically you grab some panels, flip them around, and you get a robot mode. Well, I'm going to have to adjust the camera for that, and since it's a bit of an involved procedure, we're going to pause right here, come on back, and I'll show you how it works. Alright, brothers and sisters, as you can see, I've adjusted the camera ever so slightly. First thing you want to do is come in behind, and you want to put your thumbs over these rear panels. The one that will be in your left hand, you want to lift up because that is the slots that the tabs peg into. Once that's open, you can hold it in your hand. I'm laying it down on the table. Go ahead, and the panels should all come out. At this point, what you want to go ahead and do is swing the arms out. What will be the arms, but it's really right now the sides of the car. Grab them from both hands, and rotating the car forward, meaning the rear is coming towards you, you just want to go ahead, flip it around once, twice, maybe even 3 times. By this point, Drift should be in his up and ready to roll. Adjusting the camera slightly so you can see the torso. There are some tabs up here in the shoulder on the edges of the door that you just want to slide and peg everything into. This will lock the mechanism into place. Next, what you can do, fold the arms down, lift up these shoulder pads, and there you go. This is Drift in his robot mode. Adjusting the camera once again so we can get them all in. As you can see, Drift has a very good looking robot mode. I like the gray, the metallic blue, even have the Bugatti logo. The head is fantastic, and yeah, it does have a tendency to hang a little low in the body. Now, my one problem is that unfortunately the ankles aren't that strong and have a tendency to cause the figure to lean back. If you mess around with it, you can get him to stand, but really the gimmick is in the transformation, so I don't see you keeping him standing. For articulation, he has ratchet joints in the elbows, as well as a swivel joint here in the shoulder. You can adjust the shoulder pad to get it out of the way, to get it to swing freely. Other than that, that's about it. No knees, nothing in the head. Now, to transform it back into the car mode, it's actually a bit more involved than a simple flip and flop. First, what you want to do is, if you have the arms bent, you want to return them to a neutral position. Next, go ahead, flip these shoulder pads down so they'll fit around these pegs at the shoulders. Next, what you want to do is bring the arms out straight. These, of course, as you remember, will be the sides and rear of the car. Pull out the posts to free up the spinning gimmick, and now rotating the front towards you, meaning the legs will be coming towards you, you give them a couple. Actually, this is a little tricky. Legs towards you, do it a couple times, 3 times. Basically, you want everything to close down, just like so. I'm sure I'm busting a gear somewhere, but basically, right now you have everything folded down neatly, just like that. I should mention that you can just rotate the arms without flipping it, like I am right now, and everything will open up just the same way. So in case you don't want to have this swinging around, which I'll get to a few reasons why in a moment. Okay, with everything folded down just like this, what you want to do is come in, and we can do this from the rear, holding down the front end. There's a hole on the inside here with a peg that's going to peg in and basically close up that side. Then what you want to go ahead, making sure everything's closed up, fold down the rear section of the bumper with the clips, with this, and then the other section with the slots right over it. And you might have to do a little what we call the panel massage, just to make sure everything's lined up copacetic. But I do appreciate the fact that it's not just flip and done, and you have a couple other steps you need to do. There we go. And here we go, back into car mode. If the front tends to be popped up a little, just like that, it's usually one of the gears didn't turn fully. And this is where I get some of the problems with this flip and change. I've heard plenty of complaints from people that if one of the gears is off, the entire gimmick is ruined. Another problem is, as you saw, you have to make sure you have a lot of clearance to flip the figure around. All in all, honestly, I can see a small child who this is intended for smacking themselves in the face with a car or the robot leg. Not cool, not cool at all. For $20, I'm not really sure if I can recommend this, because there's not a lot to it, and the gimmick isn't that wonderful. I would say go for the $10 option or $15 option with the one step or the power battlers, because at least with the power battlers you get a little bit more of action out of them with a weapon, and you have a more, an involved transformation. If you see this on sale or if you have a coupon, go ahead, pick it up. There's Grimlock, Drift, Lockdown, who I've heard has problems with his head, and while not technically a flip and change, you have the Smash and Change Optimus Prime, which is still part of this price point. This is your old pal Chuck for Flip and Change Drift. We'll see you next time.